Hello. It is sunrise on the Potomac River. We're walking over to the Potomac River. You can see the joggers are out. That's my coffee. I'm holding it up there. And look at that lovely sky. I'm walking along the bike trail here. This is Washington Reagan National Airport. Hey Lan, how you doing? Ian. This is Washington Reagan Airport. If I stayed here for 5 minutes, we'd see the planes taking off right overhead. And I just dropped my wife off. Hey, how you doing there? Like I said, it's I think, what time is it anyway? I think I'm about 5 minutes before sunrise. Right over there. By the way, I have a 10 zoom that I can slip on here in a moment. But I can see I'll stop for a moment. That is the top of the Capitol Dome. And then, of course, that is the Washington Monument. And, of course, that is my cup of coffee. Hi from Ireland. Nice sunrise. Of course, it's practically midday for you guys. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, it's... let me just pause for a moment. Look how pretty that is. Very nice. I just dropped my wife off at the airport here, so and I live about a mile diagonal beyond. Oh, here's always looking for content here, you know. See, so someone on a bicycle. This is really exciting. Someone on a bicycle's going by. Howdy. So nice fluorescent shirt. That bicycle right there was. Is it as humid as ever? Well, right now it's cool and humid. We're headed for 95 and humid. Yeah, in general, August is, in fact, DC has a kind of a reputation for everybody leaving in August. I just got back. Enjoy. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And thanks for stopping. Okay, we're at what's called Gravelly Point. Gravelly Point. Hey, Larry, how you doing? Every time someone joins, I feel like I need to start over. We're on Gravelly Point, which is very popular. Hey. Right now, of course, it is sunrise time. So I'm walking over here, and this is the Potomac River. Although it's kind of a estuary is probably the more accurate word, because depending on the tide, the water may be flowing this way. So this way is east. That, besides being my cup of coffee, that is the Capitol Dome right there. And so I am... Oh, I see planes are starting to take off here. We'll catch them. I'll swivel around. Anyway, very pretty. Of course, what we're looking at here, we have a farm in Illinois that's right on the river, so familiar sight. Just various kinds of organic crap there. But there is the Washington Monument, and I'm going to walk along this trail right here. In fact, Washington D.C. area has almost 500 miles of paved, limited access. What do you farm? Okay. Our family farm is in Northwest Illinois, and it's been in the family since the 1850s. And we farmed everything. Okay, I mean they fed themselves. Last few years we rented out, and we have a farmer basically in our little valley there. Nobody has any John Deere equipment because they cost millions of dollars in aggregate, and one guy owns about $1 million worth of tractors and combines, and he farms everybody else's land, and then everybody sort of splits the cost and splits the profit. So yeah, well, it's our farm is about 240 acres. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got to point here toward because it's coming, because I think we're within just a couple minutes of the sunrise. And by the way, I got to tie my shoe. That'll be interesting. I have coffee in this hand, Periscope in this hand, and I need to tie my shoe. Oh, here's someone on a really interesting... Oh, look at this. So it's coming on these famous elliptical bikes. Those are really cool. Look at this. Did you see that? There's an elliptical. And here's one of the other bicyclists. Gave us a nod. Okay. Obviously, we don't want to actually miss the moment that the corona of the sun peaks above. By the way, you can't see it. Actually, I have a, we're coming up to a, we're coming up to a picnic table, so I'll be able to set down my. By the way, here come the geese. Listen. That was pretty cool. The by the way, I have a zoom lens I can slip over my smartphone here, and I do hear more geese coming. I'm gonna get past these trees. Sound Canadian. Oh, the geese. Yes, they do. Oh, here they come overhead. Oh, look at them. This is so cool. They're wanting to land. They're going looking at me, going, "What the hell? This guy." Hey, geese, you're on Periscope. You're on Periscope. Woo, come back. Give me a flyby. Oh, they're landing. So, now there's an interesting Periscope activity. However, business at hand. I want to get past these trees here because the sunset is coming. And there's an old broken down. Yep, thanks.
Morning.
Morning. Yeah, it's a very convivial sort of atmosphere. Okay, so hey, isn't this nice? Look at it. Look at how we have the super. Now is that okay? Come on, you got to screenshot that and tweet that. I'm WAREFLO. WAREFLO. Wareflow. Is that a beautiful shot? Come on, give me some hearts. Just one heart. Okay, anyway, over here to the left, we've gotten a little bit closer to the Washington Monument. We're actually going to walk around the bend until we get across from there. And just to the left of it is the Jefferson Memorial. Up, here comes the sun. I can see a little bit of the sun actually kind of in a little crevasse in between the buildings. Very cool. Yeah. Seagull just flying in front of the sun. And it is coming. I should... Sometimes what I do is I actually I play a little music. So here comes the sun, Mr. Blue Sky, that kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm having some coffee. Hope wherever you are, if it's this early, you are too. Excuse me while I sip. Bicyclist going by. Oh, I think we have sounds like someone taking off. To my right is the Reagan National Airport. Ah, there's a boat out there. Interesting. Already, I don't know if you can make it out. Right there. Boat. Looks like about a 25-footer. One of the party boats. Washington Harbor is right around the bend. Very popular. You can park hundreds of boats, go up, have dinner, and oh, here's the sun is coming. But let me catch the bicyclist as they go by. There's a bicyclist, same guy. Yeah, give me a big smile. Okay, cool. We caught this. I was here. I was worried that I wasn't going to actually make the sunset. What a shame to drive all the way to drop someone off at the airport and come by here where there's lots of parking. And that is the sunset over the Potomac River. So it gets up a little higher. I'll move on up the line a bit. Let's see, Periscope. Kind of getting my workflow. You know, I don't have a lot of followers or viewers, although there are 2 or 3 folks, and we watch each other's scopes. And what I do is I tweet these later because the links are good for 24 hours. And oh, look, we're getting a nice streak of sunshine on the water. Very nice. And then I upload them to YouTube and I send links to my mom. so she watches my YouTubes of my Periscopes. Yeah, we're getting kind of a double layer here because the sun is partly blocked. If you can Oh, here are the ducks, or the armada of ducks coming along, right there, eating the duckweed. Seagull, duck, sunset, Potomac River. Yeah, so down there are the ducks. Well, thanks to all of you who attended. And I can already sort of feel the heat. It's going to be a hot one today, 95 degrees. So, I wonder, I need to tie my shoe. So at some point here, I need to prop something. Maybe come over here. There is a beat-up old picnic table. And we are on the banks of the Potomac. The ducks right there in the middle, eating. Sun has just come up. I think we're about 5 minutes maybe into the sunrise rather. And over there is the Washington Monument, right in the middle. And right there in the middle is the Capitol Dome. I'll give you a little bit of a... Gravelly Point is a very popular place for sports events, people hanging out along the water in folding chairs. Right over there is DCA, Reagan National Airport. Drop someone there. Crystal City, right along here. So there must be like a Crystal Drive over there that it's named after. And I need to tie my shoe, so let's see. Now, so I have a full cup of coffee. I have my phone. I have two hands. I need to tie my shoe. So what do I do? What I do is flip it around and I lean. There we go. So now I can tie my shoe. Yeah. And you can tell I need more of these outings, hiking. Okay. All right, that was exciting. Hey, the sunrise does wonders for my complexion. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so we're gonna flip it around. Hello. We can do it. There we go. Okay, we are gonna walk along because this is a cool time of the morning. As I was saying earlier, Washington, D.C. has almost 500 miles of path just like this that only bicyclists and pedestrians can go along. And as long as my battery holds out, I'm just going to walk up here, and I think we'll probably end up right across from the Lincoln Memorial. You can see we're getting closer to the Washington Monument, right in the center there. And folks are coming by. We got a couple of joggers heading up this way. Interesting. Let's go bother the geese. We're going to go bother this. It looks like about 50 geese. And I'm walking right into the crowd of them. And at some point they're going to notice me. So the heads have come up. So one person has flipped their wings. Let's see how close I can get before they take off. They might just ignore me because they are really chowing down. Now you see the heads popping up. The heads are popping up. And they're such big and ungainly. I mean, when they're on the ground, they probably really resent. Oops, see that one over there flapping his wings. Look at, see the heads over here are up. See, now we got more. So they're kind of puzzled. And the sun rises behind me. The sun rises behind me. This is pretty cool. I think I'm actually going to get to walk right in amongst them. They are kind of walking away from me. So I hear that a goose can break your arm. Its wing is so powerful. And I'm not necessarily here to get them to all fly away. But you can tell how tame they are. You can tell how tame they are. See, they're not even taking off. Look at this. I was going to say what a hoot, but really what a honk. See, look. This guy right here, at some point, he's either going to turn around and beat the crap out of me or he's going to take off. Look at this. All these geese. They just like, this guy's already gone back. Yeah? What? 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 Oh. I think they might all gang up on me. Oh well. Okay, we are probably about 10 minutes past sunrise. We're finished harassing the geese. And now I'm going to walk across from the monuments. Hey, and there's a boat. Now, if I had 3 hands, I'd reach in my pocket and pull up my zoom lens. But there's a boat on the Potomac heading approximately southeast, which is away from inland and toward the Chesapeake, where the Potomac joins. And you're not going to be able to see it very well because of the, well, maybe as it passes. We got bicyclists. Good morning. Yeah. So, that'll be kind of interesting. The boat is going to pass directly in the path of the, there's probably a name for that. So the boat is in the center right now. You can't really see it, but it is coming in a moment. It should sort of blank out a little bit of the reflection of the sun on the water. Okay, 3, 2, 1, 0. It just passed through. That wasn't even worth waiting for. So, folks are out jogging. And as I said, I have my cup of coffee and I am walking along the pedestrian path here, having caught to the sunrise. You have to be kind of careful when you walk on it because folks will come up behind you. I'd say every year or two there is a bicyclist pedestrian accident and someone dies. So anyway, okay. Oh, yes, that is the Potomac, if I haven't mentioned that. And this is the bike path, if I haven't mentioned that. And why do I make these periscopes? Good question. You know, I've always liked shooting video. I'd never had the big fancy video cameras, but I used to have a camera I'd clip to my ball cap. This was even before GoPro. They were called a Looxcie, Looxcie, and it Bluetooth connected to my smartphone, so the smartphone was the viewfinder, which most of the time was just in my pocket. And it didn't work very well. I mean, it worked great for recording, and you could offload the video, but you could stream it, send a link to someone, and we're kind of in a pretty area here. This is one of the, in fact, I'm sure that my wife and I have, in the last few years, have stopped here, right along here, put down our folding chairs, usually in the evening, and now we're going to keep on walking. Now notice, we're coming up to a mile marker, and I'll tell you what the number is, and what it's measuring the distance to. So mile marker 15. So, well, over there, where you can hear some cars or see some cars every once in a while. Like there's a white car coming, I think you can see it. That is the George Washington Memorial Parkway. And it really is a lot like a park. So, and it extends up, oh gosh, northwest of DC, 10 miles or so. And then of course going in the other direction is, the question is where does the George Washington Memorial Parkway actually end up? So you go down the Potomac 15 miles. The George Washington Memorial Parkway is actually literally the driveway to Mount Vernon, George Washington's home. So it's 15 miles to the driveway. And we're starting to see some old industrial infrastructure here. I'm not sure if there's a bunch of bridges we're coming up to. The one that's closest looks like a railroad bridge. I'm trying to recall if I've ever seen a train on it. Anyway, you can make it out. And you can see we are getting somewhat closer to the Washington Monument. And here comes another bicyclist. It's starting to warm up. It's humid. Lots of vegetation along here. Sort of kudzu plus bushes plus trees. Folks are running by. So, and in the summertime during the day, there's trees for shade. I can hear the crickets, or maybe frogs, I'm not sure. Yeah. So, let's make it up to the corner up here. I'm seeing lots of squirrels. Right in the middle is the Capitol Dome. Right about there. Probably about 2.5 miles maybe. And we're getting into some shade here. Yeah, I'll keep on going. For those of you who missed it, the sun did in fact come up this morning on time. It was a very pretty sunrise. All kinds of violet and salmon colors. And I am walking from DC Airport, well, Gravelly Point right next to DC Airport, northwest along the Potomac. So you can see places here where you can actually get down to the river. I'm not sure what the sign says on the other side, but you can see we have rocks. Riprap. Okay, what does this say? Care crossing, do not anchor, Potomac. Yeah, so we've got a warning here. Cable crossing, do not anchor. So there's a power cable right here. And you could drop your anchor and wish you hadn't. Okay. And the sun is starting to get hot already. It's going to hit 95. And so it's actually kind of pleasant being here in the shade. We've got the trees on our right here, form a kind of a boundary along the Potomac. I'm hearing a plane go overhead. Surprised I've not heard more already. And we're just going to walk up along and around the corner, try to get a little closer to the national monuments. I'm not even sure exactly what time it is because my Pebble watch died, and you can't see the time when you're shooting a Periscope, and you can't dismiss the Periscope temporarily, see the time, have it continue to work. So I'm guessing, so the sun rose at about 6:22, 6:32, 6:35 probably. This is kind of neat. Look at the detail as we get closer to the rail bridge. You can just see years of paint and scraping and rust. Excuse me while I sip my coffee. Hot coffee. Okay. Because I have nothing better to do, I'm going to go over here where the sun is kind of shining the brightest. Kind of zoom in. Look at the detail. I mean, just the rusty little scratches, the bolts. Look at the bolts, the rivets. Yep. And some kind of a pad here, almost like a parking pad. I wonder what was here originally. And I've walked along here at night. It is kind of creepy. Not to be recommended, I think, but walked along here with a flat tire. So it looks kind of interesting. Look at the bridge from this angle. Look at this. Is that cool? Look at that. Now you can't. Let's see if I can tilt it down. Yeah, it's kind of contrast. Maybe I can pop around over here to the other side. We are now under the bridge. We can see graffiti, of course. And yeah, I think I'll keep moving on. I hear peepers. I hear birds. And oh, here goes the train. Well, no, it's like a repair. That's part of the Metro, DC Metro train system, which is pretty amazing. Might have heard on my left. And seem interesting. Yeah, it's kind of neat right here. In fact, I might pull out my zoom. Right, you can't see it because it's too bright. But right in the framed in this is the there it is. That's the Washington Monument. Okay, so I'm gonna reach in my pocket. So there may be a little bit of a jostle because I have a zoom lens that fits over the phone. And let's see here. So there it is. That's my zoom lens. Is that cool? Look at this. So it's got a little bit of a clip. See a clip right there? And I put it on the phone like this. So let's see if we can do this. Alright. Close. Yeah, almost. There we go. Now, I'm adjusting the focus. Hello? Oh! Well, I just dropped the lens. Oh, that's kind of crappy. Wow. Okay. Well, all kinds of excitement here. I dropped my lens. Okay, now I need to find the glass. Huh. Okay. Well, it's sort of by... Yeah, I'd have to order another one of these. Unless I have a seat. Okay. Anybody see it? I'm leaving that there because the glass is the hard part to find. So, crap. Okay. Yeah, I was changing the focus. That is where it fell. And unfortunately, I don't see the lens. The lens has fallen out. So... well, this is really boring. Shoot, I was quite attached to my zoom. Okay, so it's a piece of glass. Is that it? No. Well, I'm kind of bummed. Well, I think that's enough. Anyway, that is the Washington Monument. I didn't make it around the bend. Thank you very much for showing up. And now I need to find my zoom lens.